First off, I'm on the advisory committee at the Léman School, and I really enjoy it. I love this school, I believe in this school, and I donate time to this school because I really think this is a great place. And if I had gone here, I would really be a lot farther ahead than I am. So, okay. You know, whenever you put together a speech, you got to come up with something, right? You know, I mean, they do want you to have a theme. So I thought, well, we'll pick a theme. Well, we'll pick luck, the word luck. That's a common term. Work, which actually I love that word. And then love. So 3 words, right? 3 words, 3 legs to the speech. So let's go with luck. Now, there is such a thing as bad luck. So why don't we just start with bad luck? Because it actually ties into the school a little bit through history. And I love history. Okay, so this is June 7th, right? Now, you have to realize that part of this school is the Cunard building, the Cunard ship lines. On June 7th is when they launched the Lusitania. Can you imagine that, right? Now you're thinking, where's this going? Obviously south, right? So, now that was really bad luck. And a few other bad things too. But we're not going to let that little moment in history deter us because we're thinking, you know, luck is not necessarily where we're going here. So, we'll just put that aside. There's this other thing, this other luck that people are always talking about to me. And they always go, you're so lucky that you write books. You're so lucky that you're published. You're so lucky. I'm like, lucky? Every time I hear that word, I just want to slap somebody. Do you know how hard I work? I mean, it is not luck at all. It has nothing to do with luck. I'm not lucky. I'll tell you I'm not lucky. I didn't go to college right away. This is more bad luck. This is like the Lusitania of my life. So I graduated high school in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I mean, it was such a backwater. It was amazing. So at any rate, I was supposed to go to University of Florida. So my school, basically, my high school, was basically a large sports facility with a small academic institution like a tick attached to the side of it. So I drove up to the University of Florida, and lo and behold, it was a large sports facility with a small academic institution like a tick attached to the side of it. And I thought, I already did that. That was like, you know, high school. Now college is supposed to be, you know, an elevated position. I really wanted to, you know, be tested in college. So I thought, I can write novels on my own. I don't need this little University of Florida and sit in the stands and wave a flag all day for the Gators, Gator this, Gator that. I thought I can write books. Well, I couldn't, quite frankly. And so here's where the bad luck comes in. So I did not go to college, right? I decided, you know what I'm going to do? I need some money, so I became a drug smuggler. Now that was not a good choice. Another massive coincidence, not just the Lusitania, but the Lusitania of my life. So I sailed a boat, like a sailboat, like a boat from St. Croix in the Virgin Islands to New York City, to Manhattan. I sailed right by this school in the early 70s, when it was a time of situational ethics, and I passed by, they were still building the Twin Towers at that time, and I sailed right in, and I thought, God, I'm the luckiest man in the world. Look at this. I've got a boat. I've got 2,000 pounds of hashish. I'm in Manhattan. That was great luck, but it was called short-term luck. Then I moved into the Chelsea Hotel, was promptly arrested, and they gave me 6 years in prison. That was bad luck. That's like the Lusitania all over again. Well, that didn't work out. Jeez, what was I thinking? At any rate, every time you pass, you know, when you're on the Hudson Highway there, you know, every time you pass the 79th Street boat basin, that's where I had my picture taken for the New York Times. Me being arrested with a boat, and right there, right on the cover of the Times. That was really fame. So there was no luck in that, really no luck in that. That's when I turned my back on luck. I decided luck, not so good. Work was good, right? Now, compared to luck, work does not let me down. It was great. So I got out of prison, okay? I enrolled in college, but then I didn't have money. You know, I had the money when I had the bad luck, but I didn't have any money. So I became a worker. So I got a job right off the bat. I was the 5 a.m. pots and pans worker at a hotel. That was my first job, right in college, right? 5 a.m., me, 2 homeless guys. One died on the job. Bad luck for him. I missed it. Okay, so then I moved up, right? I got that. I moved up to the Hobart machine. I started doing the glasses and dishes. Then I became a cook. Then I became a security guard. In the meantime, I was in college. And what a great deal college is. I mean, compared to all of this, college, oh my God. So you go to class with other people that love the things you love, right? So there I was finally in college. I was a bookish kid all of my life. I go to college and there are other bookish kids. I'm like, yes, this is where I belong, finally. Everybody was brilliant and they were talking about it. And I realized my education was kind of full of holes. But here's what I always had, because I could outwork everybody. So this is what I did. So I was living in Boston, right? So I needed time. I was working during the day. I went to college, and then at night, I would go to the Boston Public Library. Now, this is a great thing. You can't do it anymore because now they have motion sensors. But in those days, you would stay in Bates Hall, this gigantic hall, big McKim building, 55-foot coffered ceiling, 300 feet long. It was great. But at 8:45, they would ring a bell. Then I would go around the corner into this little alcove. There was a long bench, about the size of a coffin. It was hinged. So I would sneak over there, lift up the lid, crawl into the bench, and lie down there and pull the top down. Then they would close the library, and then me, Dracula, would come out of that bench, right? And then I would sit in the library working at night, and then as dawn would come, I would go back to my little coffin, pull the lid shut, and then open the library, and then I'd open my lid and pop out. Man, I was working like a dog. But if anybody had walked by and seen me come out, I bet I would have scared them really well. I love that. At any rate, that's where I outworked them. Now, here's the problem with outworking them. I outworked them, but I didn't outthink them. I wrote 12 books, right, in college. By my second year in college, I wrote 12 books, and all of them were rejected to my face, right? 12 rejections in a row. And I mean, they would look at you and go, this isn't very good. You should get an education. Well, I didn't get an education. Maybe I did get lucky. So I was writing books. I thought, I need a cat. I need to write a book about a cat. So I was reading the Boston Globe, and sure enough, there was a used cat. They were giving away a used cat at Harvard University, a Harvard University cat. And I thought, that cat's got a better education than I have. I better get that cat. Maybe it can write the book. So I get the cat. The cat is like a complete hellion. It was a miserable, no-good cat. So I wrote the book. I took it to the publisher, and the publisher said to me, "This is worse than the other 12 books that you brought in." And I thought, I don't think so. I think this is a good one. And then I took it to another publisher, and I got that book published. And that was pretty amazing. So, let's go to love, okay? The work really worked. But what really gets you going for the work, right? What powers the work? You know what powers the work? Love of the work. We're all ambitious. We all want to succeed. But somewhere down the line, if you don't really get yourself on the right track, the money's not going to get you there. It's going to be the love of what you do. And that's where I was great. And now, I want to just go through this. Now, just think about this for a minute. You know this? Remember this when your parents come to you when you're a kid, right? And they go, "What are you going to be when you grow up?" I remember learning this quick. I'd say, "Doctor." My dad would go, "Great kid." Or they'd say, "Lawyer." I'd go, "Oh, you got a great future." And then I'd say, "Poet." And then, poet, no. What are you going to do with poetry, right? You know? So you know what to say, right? You have that all down. Just remember that, you know, E.E. Cummings was a great poet and he was a doctor. So you can combine the two of those things together, you know. You can do that. Now, here's the other thing. Now, I am, when it comes to love, I am a happily married man. I love my wife. And I'm married for love. We had a baby for love. We have pets we love. We have teachers we love. And schools we love. We love our parents, and we love our relatives, and we love our hopes, and we love our dreams. So we have been really allowed to love everything, which is really fabulous. So why not love what you do for money? I mean, think of money. Money will support you, it will carry you, but it doesn't love you, right? It is so fickle. It'll go from your wallet to somebody else's wallet in a heartbeat, right? I mean, it doesn't really love you, it just slips away. Work is the constant, but work on something that you love. That is really where it all begins. So when you think, is it going to be luck that makes it for you? No, it's not going to be luck. Luck is chimeric. It comes, it goes. But you know what you have? You have the control of your life, the love. You know what you are inside. You know what you want to do. You know what you want to achieve. You know how you want to be respected. And you know how when you walk down the street, people are going to look at you and they go, "Man, that is a great person." That's what you want. And why do you get that? Because you love doing what you want. And you will always walk tall when you do that. Finally, because I only had 15 minutes and God only knows how long I go on for, I just want to say this, that when you go forward in your life from now on, you'll be going to the university, right? And it'll be great. You're going to walk in there and you're going to take a look around. You're going to find the right friends. You're going to find the right situations. You're going to find what you like to do. And then finally, you're going to tell them, you came from Léman, and this place is screaming good, and you are going to kick. So go on out there and seek out and take what is yours. Make it happen for yourself. Good luck with that.